right, welcome. The second game of the evening. Up this time is Portal Fantasy. Journey through an epic storyline, collecting creatures to aid you in turn based battles. Stop me if this sounds familiar to you. Avoiding traps and solving puzzles, completing thrilling quests, and uncovering the darker history of the. I don't know how to pronounce that. Phil Kingdom? In this RPG with a modern take on a classic beloved genre. That genre being Pokemon. And given that, so of course, this game was assigned to one of our Pokemon experts. In this case, Petty. So take it away.
So this game has a lot of fit and finish problems. If you start the game and you mainly play on controller, you have to pull out a keyboard. And then you have to hit escape just to type in your name. There's no way to select the box with a controller. So that was the first infuriating thing.
Yeah, I hate it when games do that.
Mm-hmm. And then there are also some other issues the game has. Like, you see there's this belt in the top of your inventory of stuff you bring in with you into battle. It will not auto-restock your belt. So if you have things that can go into your belt from something that's already on there, you have to manually go into your inventory and put it in there. This is one of those things that it's been a solved problem for well over 20 years at this point. So I don't know why it's an issue here other than possibly just oversight. As far as the battle system goes, well, you have your overworld, which is you run around. Stop me if you've seen anything that looks like this before. You know, you do get to jump, and you get a run button. They have this text window thing over on the side. I don't know if it's implied to have some sort of multiplayer component or if it's just a log thing. And then let me see if I can get into a battle. Oh yeah, here's your auto heal. It's just a fountain in town. But once you use it, you have to basically reload the map for it to be usable again, which it's fine. It's mildly annoying for grinding, but it's fine. Here is your battle system. You have 3 options: attack, block, and run. Using regular attack is just a regular attack.
A special?
Well, you can do a special after you do a few regular attacks. And then...
that's not good. Or I guess it can work, but it doesn't usually work great with a combination of a block.
Yeah. Well, and there's kind of an issue here. I don't really have a means to switch my guys. So if I'm at a distinct type advantage, I literally have to watch my dude die.
And then the next one comes out?
Yes.
The reason I said about the special is because usually, or in a lot of games that have systems like this, you have kind of a rock, paper, scissors thing of like...
Oh, wait, no, you have to gain...
Attack, special beats black or something.
You have to gain mana to switch. And then you have to hit the RB button and go to switch portable is what these things are called.
Uh-huh.
And then you can rotate in and, the whole losing a turn. And I think you lose a considerable amount of your little mana stuff on the side.
Okay, that's kind of how Pokemon Go works, I guess.
It's not the worst implementation I've seen. I still don't like it and think it shouldn't be a thing anymore, but... I have definitely seen worse implementations of these things. And of course, as is tradition, anything that's, in your party gets XP. Your party is only 3 dudes in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, also, when you hit start, you don't stop moving sometimes.
Huh. That's
I,
not great.
I think if you hit it like while you're loading into the area, you can just not be locked. Which that's... I think I might be able to hit it. Oh yeah, I kind of did it there. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. That's just one of those programming bugs the devs are just going to have to deal with. Because, you know, there's going to be bugs in games like this. Have y'all seen Red and Blue?
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, the whole thing is you're from the countryside. You get invited to this academy for the porables, and you're going to go become a porable master. Stop me if you've heard this one before.
That seems to be the arc words of this review.
Mm-hmm. And then you can also get, bonus quests from around town. Your main crux of the game. There is this portal here on the outskirts of town. You go into that, and it will spit you out somewhere to get stuff. In this case, I'm going to the Desert of the Lost, and it just, basically sends me to my quote-unquote dungeon. Which it's an open world affair, but it's basically like an RPG dungeon. There are like just regular animals in this. It's not like modern Pokemon where everything's a Pokemon now. There are living non-porables. They don't really do anything other than exist. But I mean, I'm not a fan of, modern Pokemon. Every animal is a Pokemon now.
It certainly brings up a lot of food cycle questions.
Yes. Oh, there is platforming in this. Guess how awful it is.
Probably somewhat.
It's not great, boss. And then there are just kind of random dudes out and about.
So not a jump. There is a jump button. You don't just automatically jump.
Yes, there is a jump button, and it is I believe it's a fixed jump arc.
Golden Sun had quite a few jumping puzzles, and it had auto jumps.
Yeah, this one is not auto jumped. Oh, you can kind of adjust your jump in midair. It's just very finicky. They did do one thing right. With these blocks, you can hold A button to move them backwards. So you are not trapped. So kudos for that.
Yes, being able to pull is a good failsafe for block puzzles.
Yes.
Otherwise, you have to build.
Yeah, honestly, I wish, Pokemon gave us that option. The only place you can edit your team is in the main town area. Oh Jesus, I think it's hard. Am I weak to it? There is a weakness tree.
How many attributes?
8?
Okay, that's a reasonable number.
It's one of those you can considerably, understand it.
3 and 4 is usually too simple for a entire basis of a game.
Yeah.
Anything over 10 or 11 is have to be Pokemon or lucky to pull it off.
Pokemon or Digimon. Your portables
Even
did.
Digimon usually does less than 10.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it looks like when your portable faints, there just kind of is a timeout for it. I don't know if there is a thing to wake them up quicker. Oh, yes. There is a wakey wakey button. All right. So there is that. Oh. But yeah, sometimes there is like items hiding in trees and whatnot. Your Pokeball du jour in this one is scrolls. Some of them have 100% catch rate, some of them it's 50, some of them is the typical certain amount, and it goes up depending on criteria. You know, it's almost like they learned from a certain game franchise. The music is okay, but I'm not gonna, say I'm gonna be looking for the soundtrack, which I guess is available if you are interested. Fuck me. What are we looking at price-wise, Adam? Because I'm kind of running out of steam on this one.
Okay, let's see. The regular price on this is $19.99, $20.
See, if it wasn't for all the fit and finish problems, I'd be like, sure, have at it. But the problem is there are just so many, just nagging issues with the game. I can't really recommend it at 20. Now, if they're able to fix them, sure. This could be an okay $20 romp. But in the state it currently is now, no.
And its discount price seems to be $12.99 currently.
Is it on sale right now, or is that just like a recent sale?
It's on sale right now. Apparently, it was a midweek deal ending in about 12 hours. So
I mean, okay, $12 right now at time of recording. I guess fine. If you're finding this after the sale is over and it's at full price, it's gonna be a hard recommend at that point. It there is potential to be okay. It's not going to take over the world like Pokemon did. It's definitely not there, but it's okay. It is okay enough.
A lot of the mechanic stuff seems closer to. I mean, I understand there's a lot of portables or whatever, probably.
Yeah.
But a lot of the mechanical depth seems more like monster component in another game than straight up entirely a monster game.
This feels like a ROM hack. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because, there have been some ROM hacks that have been better than the original Pokemon game they're based off of. So it's definitely one of those things where there's a reason for this to exist. If it actually comes to, attains what it wants to do, quality wise, I could see this being an interesting alternative compared to, say, 2D Pokemon games. because Nintendo hasn't really touched those much. Oh, so that's a weird quirk. I can't use items in my belt. I have to pull them out to use them on my portables.
Huh.
Yeah, so like weird quirks like that where 20 years ago that I would have been like, okay, that's just a weird limitation of the system, but these have been solved issues for 20 years. The fact they're in your game is just not great. Also, this jump right here, I can't make that. I can't
Are you
tell I
supposed
can't.
to?
I can't tell I can't make that.
Well, it's further, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, there's no sense of scale with this vantage point.
Specifically, verticality is rough.
Yeah.
One of the things that some things do with that is make things slightly different colored based on how high off the ground they are.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, the most of the problem with this game is just fit and finish problems. Stuff that it can be ironed out. This isn't one of those things like, you know, it's just plain bad. I guess of kind of funny note, it does kind of say in lore if your team blacks out, you kind of just pass out with them, and they just kind of shrug and go, I don't know why you do that. It's just kind of like those subtle nods and stuff like that. That's like, why do you kind of just black out in Pokemon? Oh, we don't know. But yeah, I think that's all from me on this. Unless you guys have any other questions, comments, fears.
No, I think I'm good on Portal Fantasy. So, yeah, that'll about do it for this review. Be sure to tune in after the break as the Galaxy reviews The House of Da Vinci 2.